Hello everyone, and welcome back. These are Alteryx Tutorials. I am Mark Thompson, and this is Watermark Data. Today's session is not going to be one of the weekly challenges, but going to be a question from the community. They were interested in being able to take service desk tickets and understand how many were being created and closed at the same time. Today is going to be a tutorial short. This is a pretty quick and easy one. Let's get started. First thing we've got is I took a spreadsheet and created some columns and invented IDs and ticket IDs and session IDs. No data was harmed in the creation of this episode. And the names shall remain hidden to preserve the innocent. We have input, spreadsheet, bunch of columns, 100 rows of data. First thing we're going to do here is we're going to take and we're going to filter it. So we're getting rid of anything that is more than 31 days old and only the create and the resolve. So that takes us down to 48 records. The next thing we do over here is we're going to filter, and we're going to get rid of those columns. You guys who have been watching my videos know that I don't like to have columns in here, so I use a select tool and I get rid of the columns we don't need. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to come over here and we're going to cross tab the data. So I'm going to take this activity column and I'm going to turn it into my header so that I have another couple rows. And so what you see is this. And so I kept the session ID and occurred at, and then I've got the column headers. And then for the values, I use the active ID and I just do a count. I just do a count. Next thing you do is, because we're interested in identifying ultimately how many of these things are created and resolved in the same session, I don't care if they were created in a date time window outside of the window that I've stipulated. So some of these might be null, right? If it wasn't in the same session, then notice this is a session ID, it's going to be null. So let's get rid of those and filter those out. And now we're down to 20 records, and some of them are resolved in the same session and some of them aren't. Since we know that we're only talking about creates and resolves, and we're only talking about all of the creates in this time frame and the resolves of those same ones, only those resolves from that time frame and those sessions, then we can go ahead and summarize and just simply say how many of each and by day. And so you see we're now down to 12 records, and these are the days. Next thing you know, we're going to throw on a percentage, say how many got resolved and how many didn't. 100% or 50%. These are obviously, this is mock-up numbers with 100 records. And then we've got an output. All right, kept it to 3 minutes. I am Mark Thompson. This is Watermark Data. If you like what you saw, hit like, hit share. And as always, we welcome your comments and feedback. Have yourself a great day.